Can I keep it 100 with you guys? Let's be honest. What people really want this holiday season is to see their loved ones more. That's why this year the best gift you could give is an Aura digital picture frame. I got my mom one for Christmas a couple years ago, and then last year for Christmas, my mom got me an Aura, and I have it in my bedroom. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code SuperMega at checkout. What? That's AURA frames.com, promo code SuperMega. This exclusive Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so you do not want to miss it. Terms and conditions apply. Anyway, thank you to Aura for sponsoring Super Mega Show.
Congratulations, you won! Alert! 今天恢复你美丽的 Boston。
Welcome everyone to another episode of Super Mega Show, episode 39, I
Something
believe.
like that, yeah.
And I just want to get it out of the way. I know the audio listeners probably aren't as aware to this, or they're not as they can't observe it really because they can't see what's going on before their eyes. They can simply only hear, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But for those that can see, I want to get this out of the way, and I want to mention it. We have replaced one of the bits, and by we I mean I replaced one of the bits of decoration on set. There was a like an old kind of computer, and I thought maybe for an episode we could try something just a little different. Just so we received this as a gift in a mail opening video. It's a dead baby shark in a jar. So I figured that being the main centerpiece of the decoration of the video form of the podcast would be good. We could even like name them.
Sure.
Like it could be like Darren, the dead baby shark in a jar. Devin, the dead baby shark in a jar.
Was it necessary to break the computer I built for the set? Because I had to put basically an iPad mini and get a custom 3D printed. Like did you have to break the shell open? And
well, I didn't. You didn't have Netflix logged in on your computer, and you were gone at like a doctor's appointment, and I was here, and I just needed to get the iPad out because I
got it out. Yeah, definitely got it out.
Just if Netflix was signed into your computer, I wouldn't have had to.
Right. Okay.
But,
well,
I mean,
dead baby shark in a jar.
Donald, the dead baby shark in a jar.
Where is that?
Or maybe that's a little too political.
Where's that iPad, by the way?
It's somewhere laying around. I can't remember. I got pretty high, and I
You know how expensive? It's an iPad mini, but they're expensive still. That's like a 2023 version. That's like $600.
Well, don't worry. I mean, I was safe. I rode my bicycle all the way home to Beverly Hills.
With that backpack that's always hanging open?
Okay. What? I mean, can't you at least be a little bit excited that I went out of my way to add a little bit of more like presentation? It's not the same old thing every time. People who watch it are probably getting bored.
I know. We got the fish tank is gone, and the something else is gone. The Mac back there,
and the screen wasn't working from the start that we wanted to show stuff on that we looked up.
The computer that was back there.
It's not slowly falling apart. It's just
no. Okay, the fish tank. If you do like a time lapse from episode
whenever
whenever
you
it
see
was
like how
to-
dirty it gets
You
over
could just
time.
watch it. Just I really want someone to do that. Actually, like someone on Reddit or
Do
Twitter.
it yourself, Watson.
I don't have time, dude. I'm too busy clapping cheeks. If you catch the drift. Sex with vagina.
Ooh, never heard vaginas mentioned as cheeks before. Front cheeks, maybe.
And you're just not looking for the right ladies, Ryan.
True.
You know, if you get big enough, you get the
Yeah.
But I would love someone to make like an animation of that fish tank draining slowly. But we're gonna revamp the set a little bit. We do want these computers to display stuff on the screens. We just had to move one of them for a little bit that's over there for another sketch we're doing. Ryan, the light is off.
That one's supposed to be off, right?
Crazy fun fact. This Monster Energy I'm drinking, this is from the last
Ryan's going to get the first sip? That's
No.
a crazy fun fact.
No, absolutely not. No, you get the second sip. Don't backwash. Please don't backwash. Okay. But fun fact is this is from the last episode.
I drank more bubbles than I did drink.
No, I'm not giving it back, dude.
I drank more bubbles, dude.
That's not my fault.
That's not
Why is that my
fair.
fault?
Because you made the bubbles appear at the
I
top.
didn't make the bubbles appear at the top. You don't even let me finish my fun fact,
I'm
dude.
feeling sleepy. I don't know if I could stay awake unless I get another sip of Monster because the sip I took had too many bubbles.
Waterfall it.
I'm gonna spill it all over this Waleed merch. Oh, also.
Well, that wasn't a water. What was that? You started to waterfall and then just sucked on it a little bit. You went. It's like you started waterfall, didn't commit, and then just moved your lips to accommodate the position of a waterfall. What was that, dude? That was like way worse than just drinking it regularly.
I didn't want to.
If I actually cared about.
I will say thank you because I got considerably less bubbles in that sip, and now I feel energized to listen to this other fun fact. I know I said speaking of, but Matt, you've been wanting to say this fun fact.
The fun fact was just literally that this was from the last episode, and I just never opened it. So now instead of having to go get a new one, I already have one on set. But you know, not a big whoop-de-doo. It's not a huge like crazy fun fact now.
I thought it was a fun fact.
Really?
I mean, anything can be a fun fact depending on your personality and how you deliver it. Fun fact.
6 million.
Sad fact.
You know, I think the world needs a lot more fun facts right now.
Imagine like being the person that goes into YouTube, goes into the search bar and goes top 10 saddest facts.
There's a Watch Mojo video for it, surely.
Top 10 saddest things.
I guarantee there's a Watch. Dude, Watch
I like
Mojo.
being that general. Top 10 saddest stuff.
What do you think is the top 10 saddest things of all time?
Dying, young, babies dying.
Okay, babies dying. Young babies dying is very sad. But like,
Okay, let's
specific
create
events.
let's create this list. Everyone's probably having a great week.
Yeah, let's bring the mood down a little bit.
This is Watch Mega's top 5 saddest things. Dying young babies.
The Holocaust.
Or dying old babies. I'm just leaving room for Benjamin Button in there because that was a sad movie.
That was very.
I
sad
cried
movie.
when he died.
because he was technically old, but he was so young at the same time.
Exactly. He turned into a sperm at the end.
Yeah. Holocaust.
Did they step on it? Did someone accidentally smush him?
Yeah, unfortunately.
They keep him in a little jar to give speeches
Like this.
to give TED Talks.
You know, there could be a little. I wish we had a little sperm in this jar right here.
So did you come up with the second saddest?
I did say the Holocaust.
Number 2, the Holocaust.
And now these are in no specific
Or how about
order.
number 2, Holocausts?
Yes,
Because
in
there's been
general.
multiple Holocausts in our lifetime. Not to
Not-
say
not in-
one's.
in our lifetime.
Sorry, not in our lifetime. I mean, like not in our lifetime. I meant in humankind.
Yes, yeah.
In human history.
Or maybe there have been in our lifetime, and we're just ignorant.
In our not lifetime.
Modern
in our
history.
in
modern
our
history.
in our species time. In our species lifetime.
Well, speaking of species, extinction.
Okay.
You know, that's pretty sad.
So a lot of death.
when something goes extinct.
So maybe could all these be summed up into death?
Okay, death.
So
then
death, saddest
we
things.
need 4 more things. How about when
Line at a public restroom.
line at a public
where there's no other
restroom.
restroom that's around, and you have to wait in the line, or like you have to suck it up. There's like it's an emergency. You can't just like, oh fuck it, I guess I won't go piss. This is a shit, and you have to go diarrhea or something.
That's absolutely brutal. Especially it's a public like gas station bathroom. You know it's gonna not be pleasant.
I'd feel sad for anyone in that situation. So that's number 2.
When my mom walked out on my father. Instead of trying to work things out.
Specifically when Matt's mom walked out on his father, not like people walking out or people not, walking out. No,
I'm talking about my mom,
marriages or anything.
It is about marriage. When my mom...
but specifically Matt's mother, this top 3 is Matt's mother walking out and unjustly divorcing your dad.
She unjustly divorced Dale?
I mean, she should have taken the Steven Crowder method of suck it up, deal with it, and move on.
But you'd agree
in terms of not getting a divorce.
You'd agree that can go there, right? That was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
so
4 when I think we can all agree was when Jesus was slain by the Romans.
Yep. Jesus when he was slain by the Romans. That also is death, but that's a very specific special death.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't count the same way as if you or I died.
Yeah, it was more of a sacrifice
for all humankind.
Yeah.
And then we've got one more. Maybe it's... What the fuck is that?
Are there skyquakes now? I guess that would be thunder.
No, skyquakes are a real thing. In fact, I watched a video about them last night, and that's really weird that you bring that up.
Let's talk about that after we come up with number 5. So we all know the next topic in the podcast is going to be skyquakes.
Number 5, maybe when Luke. No, I was gonna say when he gets the filter, messed up on top of the super mega neon sign, but that's at least number 6. That's not number 5.
Number 5 could be like.
What about the end of the Green Mile?
Specifically, the end of Green Mile. Okay.
I'm scared.
I don't want to see the darkness, boss. The darkness scare Boo Boo. That was his name.
I don't think his name was Boo Boo.
What was his
Boss!
name? Boss.
No, his name. I don't remember his name, but why do I feel like Boo Boo was a
Big Red? Was his name Big Red?
Wasn't Big Red, unfortunately.
I've only seen the movie one time all the way through.
We got to get Hunter back.
So that's
out
on
here
me.
So we can watch it with Hunter for Uncle's sleepover. But skyquakes. You've all heard about them. You've all loved them.
You've all experienced them. It happens typically around lightning and rain.
Not thunder.
You're telling me, Matthew Watson, are you telling me right now that skyquakes is different than thunder?
Very, very, very different.
Would a human be able to tell the difference between is there sound that comes with a skyquake?
Skyquakes are mysterious, loud, booming sounds that seem to come from the sky, and I have heard these myself because
it just goes
in Charleston, where I grew up. There is off the coast, maybe once or twice a year. There's just a gigantic sonic blast. That they never have an explanation for. It's probably military something.
It's a known phenomenon, though.
But it's just they've been happening though since before we had military aircraft.
Sorry, can I say phenomena, or do I have to end it? Is it a phenomenon?
Phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon, but is phenomenon?
Phenomena is plural, I think.
Okay, so it's happened multiple times. So technically,
I've heard it many times.
So it's a phenomena.
Yeah, it's a phenomena, and it's just a big. I'll be chilling. Oh, dude, when it would happen at
big
nighttime, when it happens at night, that's the scariest. Just boom, it rattles the windows.
Me when someone breaks into my house.
Yeah. Okay.
At night, it's when it's the scariest.
But
you can't see shit.
But skyquakes are a phenomenon where a loud banging sound is reported to originate from the sky,
especially when they're armed.
Yeah, that is very scary. You've never heard a skyquake? Lewis and Clark heard one. 1804.
Now that I think it, skyquake sounds like some sort of Skyrim power, some sort of under a skill tree in some medieval RPG.
Skyquake.
You go through the skill tree to learn the ultimate move, Skyquake. That costs 5 skill points, not just 1, but
no.
5.
You got to save up for that one. There are hypotheses about the origin. Moderate-sized meteors causing sonic booms as they strike the lower atmosphere.
Okay.
This
that makes sense.
Yeah, because it doesn't take much to break the sound barrier. But, dude, it's fucking loud as shit. It would always fascinate me as a kid. Those of y'all who live in Charleston, South Carolina, have y'all ever heard one of those sonic blasts where it just suddenly in the middle of the day all the windows shake and it's a big
it's
old
usually
boom?
after your mom eats Mama Kim's.
Shut up, dude. Stop. Knock that shit off.
Kerplow!
Gas explosions, either by ignition or sudden release of trapped deposits. Gas escaping from vents in the Earth's surface.
Gas escaping from your mom's ass, you know?
Actually, you know what? That one's warranted after she walked out on Dale. I gotta stop giving her so much.
So I should have been applauded for that joke instead of been. You shamed me with your eyes.
I'll unshame you with my eyes.
With your blue eyes, your racist eyes.
What the fuck, dude? Why would you call my eyes racist?
Because they're blue.
And you know that is from incest. That's where blue eyes come from. The mutation. It comes from inbreeding, technically.
Who'd you have incest with?
Not me, dude. Well, I used to have brown eyes, and then I fucked my cousin, and then they turned blue.
That's where I'm like, oh, you get blue eyes by like fucking a cousin or something?
Wake up, I look in the mirror. No! They do think gas rising out from the bottom of the ocean, like these big bubbles, and then popping could be the big sonic booms. And
your mom burping.
Dude!
Sorry.
It's fantastic
like
stuff,
the ocean
man.
being her stomach, fluid,
Yeah.
or the bubbles coming up. Sorry.
Yeah. I do think it's weird, though, that you brought up Skyquake, and I literally watched a video about it last night. Like, what are the odds? What time is it? That was like 12 hours ago.
What? What was 12 hours ago? When I
watched-
brought it up?
When I watched the video
when you
about
watched the video.
Skyquakes.
Okay.
And then you just so happened to go and bring it up. And I think that means there might be one soon. You know? It's like the universe
Do we
kinda
get them in
preparing us.
California?
I've heard a sonic boom before, but I always assume when I hear it out here, it's from military shit because it's Los Angeles, or it's just someone lighting off a firework because
A lot of fireworks get lit off at, the AMs, late PM sometimes. It's
which
awesome.
pisses me the F off,
I
dude.
love it. Lego loves it too. Well,
Yeah.
his spirit loves it.
Dogs do love fireworks, and a lot of people misconstrue their excitement for fear. A lot of people think that when dogs start cowering under a table or something.
No, it's only because that means it's more of a reverberation. Like they're like in a smaller enclosed area, so
Yeah.
they can hear it better. It's like more of like a vibe. They love the vibrations that it causes.
It's a proven thing. That's why they make themselves smaller, because they can feel the vibrations more. So next 4th of July or New Year's Eve coming up, you got to make sure your dog enjoys the fireworks thoroughly. Have we opened this yet? This baby shark?
You shouldn't open it
Why?
because it's a dead baby shark in a jar, and that's
not
gross.
meant to be opened?
It's disgusting, and it's not meant to be opened. It's meant to be enjoyed as decoration.
So, dude, I know it's not from.
I'm tired of this shit. They're talking about a dead baby shark in a jar, and I know while listening to it, it's all bullshit.
There's a real
And
dead
then
baby shark in a jar.
they check the video.
And they go, oh.
Oops.
I see him kind of like moving a little bit when I move it around, and the way. Okay, see this fin right here, his left flapper or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
If I slightly shake it,
You can see it jiggle.
It moves, but with such a jiggle though that it looks like he's alive.
But he's not alive.
I don't know. What if he is? What if that fluid is life fluids?
It's like in the Futurama, where they keep the heads in the jars.
Yes. I'm going to Myrtle Beach.
See,
within the next month.
This looks more morbid. If we sit him up.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that changes everything. Now he's like standing up.
Right?
Because before he's upside down, miserable, just head on the bottom of the jar. But now he's standing up. It's great.
Can you zoom in on our happy little friend?
Does it look good? Here, I'll give you a little.
And for the audio listeners,
wow. You were the one that told me about these. I've never seen them or heard of them, which is still
Feels
mind blowing to you.
disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
this is how they're always presented. So I feel like there's a reason.
I liked it when it was flipped the other
Okay,
way.
fine. I'll flip it the other way. There, he's happy again.
Yeah.
He's like at a shark tail.
Exactly. And apparently, you know, there was an uproar about these. Like, that's cruel. Apparently, these are
in our comment section.
Somewhere.
Okay.
And it was like, these are not harvested to be killed. These are, I think, like baby sharks that are already dead from something.
A pregnant shark they killed.
Yes.
I don't know.
They killed the mother for soup.
I just know that I saw these a lot in like surf shops, like in Myrtle Beach. Well, not like surf shops, because I guess tourist beach shops.
I'm going to Myrtle Beach this month.
Like at Waves or, you know, Beaches Are Us, whatever they're called.
Yeah. Jimmy John's Surf Shack. They all had names like that. Radical Randy's.
Yes.
Like
Radical Randy's. That sounds like a real one.
Jimmy John's Surf Shack, you know, Peter's Surfing House. Trying something out.
SuperMega's
Surfporium. SuperMegorium's Wonder Surfporium.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. SuperMegorium is pretty good. Right?
I mean, I think it's taken.
No.
Not SuperMegorium.
Taken's with Liam Neeson.
No, I know that, but they also have Taken 2 and 3 with Forrest Whitaker in 3, by the way.
Okay.
And in 2, he's the one that gets kidnapped.
But are you confusing Taken with Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium?
No, but Super Megorium is the character that you came up with, but there's already character with
Gotcha.
It's Mr. Megorium from Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
Right.
So I think Super Megorium's Wonder Emporium, people might be able to loosely kind of link the two and maybe try to accuse you of stealing.
It would
the
create
idea.
Confusion in the marketplace.
Yeah,
and
in the marketplace of ideas.
We would get hit with a lawsuit probably. So,
which we have to respect the marketplace of ideas.
Of course we have to respect the marketplace of ideas.
How are we supposed to know what a bad idea is unless you test it within the marketplace of ideas? You know, it just...
Exactly. Instead of, giving it, amplifying it to more people.
Or instead of doing basic internal thinking.
Speaking of basic internal thinking, what is that sound?
I don't know.
Was that a skyquake?
Sounds like someone just got snubbed with like a pillow in the way.
That literally sounded like a silenced pistol.
But like with a pillow over it. Mm-hmm. Maybe someone got sick and tired of their shit. Joseph Gordon-Levitt used to work around these parts.
He did. See him in the hallway. I haven't seen him in recent years, so I'm assuming he doesn't work around here anymore. But there are people on the floor above us, but I've never heard them above our podcast set. Well,
I know we can hear them, and I don't think the audience can. But
yeah, it's deep.
But I do know that the audience can hear ad reads.
Can I keep it 100 with you guys? Let's be honest. What people really want this holiday season is to see their loved ones more. That's why this year, the best gift you could give is an Aura digital picture frame. They make it super easy, all through an app, just to share and upload photos that appear on the picture frame. It's like magic. It's like goes from phone to picture frame, and it blows my mind. Plus, you can even, order the frame online and preload it with photos. So when your loved one gets it, there's already a surprise waiting. So fun fact, before Aura sponsored Super Mega Show, I was already a big fan of their product. I got my mom one for Christmas a couple years ago. And then last year for Christmas, my mom got me an Aura. And I have it in my bedroom. She could put pictures on mine. I could put pictures on hers. The quality is amazing. It's such a cool product. And they just sent us some that we're going to set up around the office. Yay! Wait a second. It says something on the back of this Aura box. It says, for a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code SuperMega at checkout. What? That's AURA frames.com, promo code SuperMega. This exclusive Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so you do not want to miss it. Terms and conditions apply. Anyway, thank you to Aura for sponsoring Super Mega Show. I love you, Aura. Seriously, really cool gift. So then the blind guy's sucking the guy off, and he ejaculates, and he goes, "I bet you didn't see that one coming."
Okay.
It's good, right?
Yeah. You texted me that this morning.
You didn't respond, so
No, I thought I gave it a thumbs up. Maybe I did. Maybe
that's
I
not a
didn't.
response.
I know you typically want me to send a voice memo critiquing the joke.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like, I'm just getting ready in the morning. I'm trying to head to work.
Praising the joke is more so what I'm looking for. Because I'm not going to send you a joke if it's bad. I know it's good. That's why I'm sending it to you.
That's just your perspective, right? There are so many different perspectives in the world. Like, you know, there are some people who probably, for example, what's a food you love? What's your favorite food? Cookies?
Yeah, cookies. Let's go with cookies.
Maybe a nice plate of sugar cookies?
No, chocolate chip.
Okay, chocolate chip. Think about this. Someone in the world looks at that and goes, ew! Disgusting.
Like Nazis or something.
Probably Nazis.
You know, they look at a big old, or Santa deniers. They look at a big plate of chocolate chip cookies and go, no way he could have taken a bite.
Do you think that Santa's choice of cookie is chocolate chip?
I mean, I feel like Santa honestly would be more of like a raisin type of guy.
You don't think it's like homemade cookies with like a bunch of fucking shitty frosting and like Jack Frost and the reindeer man, the Rudolph is what I meant.
The reindeer man? Yeah, that's what I used to make on Christmas Eve. We'd make the sugar cookies that have like
the classic reindeer man, the reindeer man.
Yep.
You the snow person,
like the colored just ink on the cookie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just put a bunch of icing on top. And I wake up in the morning, there'd be a fucking bite out of one of those cookies.
Yeah, some of them would be gone.
Dale was fucking just.
Oh yeah, but there'd always have to be a bite. You know, sometimes you'd have to leave carrot. I mean, you typically would have to leave carrots out for all the reindeer.
Yeah, I don't think I did that. Santa Claus is already stressed. I don't want him to have to fucking pack his pockets full of carrots to take back up to the roof.
We've talked about this before, but like, it's just like having like, just some parents. I think there was one time where there was like cat or like dog shit on the porch, and my dad was like, "Oh, that's reindeer shit." But then like theorizing like my dad just taking a shit on the porch. Oh my God! Look, it's just an obvious like human log of shit. Oh wow!
There's like a little puddle of piss it's sitting in.
But it's like I'm like 26 at this point, and I'm just visiting. I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to create the magic again, son.
Son, I'm trying to make that magic. The joy in your eyes as a little boy. I just haven't seen it.
I like my dad doesn't have a lick of a southern accent on him, but
my dad doesn't really either.
No, but
he has
I guess like that more. It's more likened at least to your dad's character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I guess every dad in the Super Mega verse in our heads kind of has this type, like a Hank Hill.
It's a dad.
Every dad is like a Hank Hill.
Because my dad's voice is not like there's a bit of a twang.
He sounds like a weenie in real life.
He does sound
Let's
like
just
a
say
weenie.
it.
Yeah. And your dad also he doesn't sound like a full blown weenie like Dale, but he does sound like a, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, if you remember when I was in my early 20s, we were both in our early 20s. Your dad, being a 50-something-year-old man, would sometimes want to have a competition with me and fight me.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do that anymore, I think.
What?
I don't know. You've peaked in physical form, and he's just gotten older.
I like the idea that it's like we've both peaked, and it like wouldn't be worth it because like we're both not at our prime anymore. Winning to you now wouldn't mean anything.
Do you think
much like how Jake Paul's win against Mike Tyson technically doesn't really mean anything? I mean, it's an exhibition tournament. We didn't really get a chance to talk about this and invent about it.
Yeah,
he did expose his ass during the match. During the match, but during the lead up.
Actually, on the members only stream, we watched the fight.
We did. So I mean, we didn't like display it. We literally were like watching on our phones while playing web fishing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there he hit him again.
Yep.
Oh, you missed him.
It was a boring ass fight.
It was a pretty boring fight.
I mean, Mike Tyson's old, and this was for money. It's more of like see Mike Tyson. It's a show. It's like WWE more so than anything. Right?
It's real boxing. There's no theatrics involved. You know, they actually punch each other, unlike WWE. Except WWE did have the Rizzler recently.
Wasn't it like the AWE, or it wasn't the actual W? It was like the step below. Maybe it was WWE.
saying that AEW is a step below WWE.
What is AEW?
It's the Burger King
Amateur
to
Wrestling
WWE's McDonald's.
Entertainment League, or
It's AEW, right?
I don't know. I don't watch
Amateur
this stuff.
Amateur enjoyable wrestling. You know?
I'm sure I will have a period in my 50s where I will be really into, like, I'll go back and watch WWE and be like, oh my God, it's just like, it really is like an art form. It's like Cirque du Soleil, you know? It's like the monster trucks of Cirque du Soleil. You know, like, that's how I think. I'll develop some sort of fatherly Southern accent in my 50s, I'm sure, by that point as well.
Yeah, I think men from the South, if they're older than us, that's the voice we give them. And
Yes.
in this hypothetical, you're thinking of yourself
Yeah.
and your
Who's
dad's
from the
age.
South.
Yeah. And I'll probably have a wrestling phase, too. I kind of had a short wrestling phase for like a week back
WWE?
in 2019. I got the channel, and
Were you watching all the big fights?
no. I was just kind of going through, giving it a little watch. I went on YouTube, and I was watching some of like the greatest entrances.
Ed
and,
McMahon?
Dude, Vince McMahon is such
Or
a...
Vince McMahon?
Who's Ed McMahon?
I don't know.
That is also a person, though.
I'm talking about the Vince, though.
Vince McMahon. He
There was
had
a documentary or something released on him.
Yeah. I know that.
I watched the trailer.
And Vince McMahon's
Like-
wife just got picked for Trump admin, Department of Education, I think. So
Seems like, at first, like the documentary, the trailer, I was like, oh shit, the goofy guy from the memes. And then it's like, oh, yep. Uh-oh.
You know, I used to say that Vince McMahon was the only good billionaire, but apparently there's no good billionaires.
Now it's just Taylor Swift.
Well, yeah, okay, Diddy's off that list now, too. So
Was
it is
Diddy
just,
a billionaire?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I guess produced.
I think
being
Jay-Z's also a
producer.
billionaire. Because Diddy owned, he owned the rights to SuperMega.
Huh.
I don't know how we're going to get that back.
I mean, if we work hard enough, we'll be able to generate a revenue stream of our own that will hopefully be able to supersede his, and then we can buy it off of him. He'll be coming to us.
No, he's in prison. So I'll tell you something, dude.
Jay-Z?
Diddy.
Oh.
I'm not talking about Jay-Z.
Oh, sorry. Jay-Z owns the album that
SuperMega album that we've been trying to release it for years. Jay-Z owns the rights to. Yeah. Imagine Martin Shkreli buying the only copy of the
Martin
SuperMega
Shkreli's
album.
listened to the SuperMega album, but
He refuses to share it with anyone. What a fucking douchebag.
yeah, maybe one day, someone will.
How many years? So he just recently got released from prison.
He's been on podcasts and shit. I haven't really looked much into him because, like,
He's such a douchebag.
I know there's this, like, up and down of, like, internet nerds will sometimes kind of be like, he's shitty, and then there'll be this, like, collective, as I mentioned, of the internet nerds that'll be like, well, actually, he's doing it for a specific reason, in protest to the, and then it's like, shut up. It's like the people who, like, defend his choices by being like, there's actually a reason that he's doing it.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
basically, they say that he hiked the price of this life-saving medication to like $750 a pill because then the medical companies have to buy it from him from that much. So they're definitely not going to charge, the person that needs the medication more money because of that, right?
right?
Like, it's just fucked either way. And I feel like people that buy drugs, not the type of drugs you and I do, but
Meth,
pharmaceuticals.
crack, coke.
Yeah, the people that buy pharmaceuticals to spike the price up it's scummy. That's scummy shit, man.
Only because it sounds similar, and I'm curious. Isn't there something called a cuticle? Cubicle? No, not a cubicle, a cuticle. Something, I'm trying to remember. Something to do with the eye. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Where did this come from?
There's a word. You said, I don't know. I
cuticle.
Cuticle?
It's like a hair, where a hair comes from.
A hair. Okay, is that what it is?
I don't know.
I was just asking you. I was curious.
Where did that come from?
You said a word that sounded similar, and so my brain got interested in finally figuring out once and for all what a cuticle is.
All right,
it's like a hair thing.
I'm about to tell you what cuticle is.
Like a
cuticle oil. It's a thin layer of clear skin at the base of your nail that protects your nail bed and new nails from bacteria. Okay, so that's
the cuticle.
Yeah, that's the cuticle.
Okay, so it is not something to do with the eye or something to do with the hair. It is. See,
What?
that just bewilders me. Because I feel like I should have known that.
I don't think that's super common knowledge.
Cuticle?
Yeah, you're looking like a cute.
You're looking like a cute sickle.
Thanks, dude.
A sickle of cuteness.
It's hot in here, though. I will say it's not. I can't really look
And
like.
you should take off all your clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what's new in the life of McGee? Speak to me, brother.
You know, since you and I haven't been going, like, for the past month plus or whatever, we haven't been going home during the work week till, like, anywhere between 8 at the earliest and then heading over until the later hours and sometimes to, like, midnight or whatever. But there hasn't been enough time for me to, like, really do much during the work week, and then on the weekends I just want to, like, laze about and relax because we've just been trying to get ready for Black Friday, the holidays, and backlogging in general, and trying to get other stuff going that's been in the kind of content making machine.
Yeah,
just grinding.
So by the time this podcast comes out, I'm really not sure because we're trying to backlog, but there is a video that we have spent the last couple months working on with 2 new editors.
So my life has been this.
Yeah. Like, honestly, my life has been super mega for the last, like, 2 months.
But I will go home and late at night, and I will play a video game for a few hours before going to bed.
Okay.
And I've been playing a Team Ninja game called Rise of the Ronin.
Teen Ninja?
Team Ninja.
Oh. I thought it was Teen Ninja.
No,
thought that would have been cool.
You're hearing things.
I'm not hearing things. That's
maybe,
a very similar
maybe
word.
you're hearing what you want to hear.
Maybe. But it's a Ronin game?
It's they did like Ninja Gaiden. That's probably their most famous title, and then more recently you saw me playing it a bit.
Yeah, I saw you playing it.
It
looks cool. It's like if Sekiro had a little more color.
Yeah,
like that's kind of in my head what I thought.
It's fun combat, but I'm just kind of I'm waiting for that next big game that's gonna, like,
suck me in,
because right now this is like one of those, I would describe it as a checklist game where it's like an open world game, and there's not so, like, too much to do, but it's kind of like find all the cats in this region, do all the side missions in this region, visit all the shrines in this region, and it's just kind of like, I like having something that I can go home and just kind of, like, do a checklist, essentially, where I'm not having to, like, put too much active energy and stuff.
I love checklists. There's something that's so satisfying about. In fact, after this podcast episode, we have quite a bit to do today. I'm going to make us a checklist, and we're going to be able to fill those boxes in.
We need a checklist.
But I've been making some lately on our work management platform, which we had professionally coded by Tucker. I didn't know he could code, and apparently he can't. So
we're gonna need to redo that, but we do have a whiteboard, thankfully, in the time being, to help us out a little bit.
Yeah, but it has just been busy, man. Ʞᴜᴜ has been a fun one to work on. It was about almost 6 hours of raw footage to go through. Because
we had 2 editors, very talented editors,
two new kids on the block.
Go through all the footage, and right now the video is in the stage of just stitching it together and polish. We had to take time today to record the podcast, and we were going to work on it and, like, we were going to finalize it today, but we need to really kind of get a little more structure for Black Friday. So we have some meetings that we want to have to do with that, and we want to plan a little more just to make sure that we're all ready to go, because it's a lot of orders that come in, and us trying to deal with that on top of trying to get the content out that we want to for not only the current stuff we're working on, but the stuff that we want to release for the December, like the holiday season and all that.
This is not complaining, by the way. This is just explaining.
No, yeah. Like this is like, oh, we have all this to do. It's like we have all this to do, and we're trying to get it done. That's it.
We have to finish.
I love what we do.
I love what we do too.
I have a good time doing it.
I have a blast doing this with you. You know, it's my dream career, and I'm very, very fortunate and lucky that I get to do this with you for a living, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Except maybe like astronaut or president, one of those. But I'll settle for you too.
I mean, with the president thing, you still got about 7 years. You know.
True. I'm not even the minimum age requirement. So
Yeah.
next time someone calls me like Matt's aging, Matt's old, I'll go, okay. First of all, I'm not even old enough to be president yet.
I like getting out of the. I'm not even old enough to be president. Like
I'm a kid still.
as
like,
the new way, because you lost to like I'm not 21 yet. You know, like after that, you know,
I
it's
can't even drink yet.
yeah,
But then now at 20, I have one more to go. I have 30,
yeah.
and then after 30,
Then it'll be I can't even be that's the one that I should be using. I can't even be president yet.
right. That is a pretty good one because what happens after 30?
40, and then 50, and then 60,
50's big,
and then
though.
70, and then 80.
And then boom. That was the sound of a death bell tolling.
Yeah, because the average age, I'm guessing, is more between the ranges of like 65 to 85.
I think it's 82.
Okay, 82 is like the big median number.
That is the current average life expectancy for Americans from the like National Institute of Things from Matt's brain. So,
and I included 65, not that like that is like an old age that people like would naturally succumb.
My mom's about to be 65, Ryan.
I'm saying I would expect it to kind of like lower the average because of all like when you think of like young deaths and like all the I don't know, just all death in general.
Yeah, people do start, popping off around late 60s sometimes. It's always really shocking to me when someone dies of natural causes and they're like 40s.
Still, it surprises me even in their 70s because like I don't know, like it's to me maybe it's because I had such an old like and like we weren't too close or anything, but she was at least someone that I saw. I had a nanny. Is that like she wasn't a nanny? That's just what we called her. She was my great grandmother, and she lived to be 90 something. My current grandmother Oma is in her early 90s.
These
right
McGee
now.
genes are strong. I'm telling you, man. Like you've told me your family history, and you guys live a long time.
on my
Mom's side.
yeah.
My-
Well, nanny was on my dad's side, but also my dad's side just has more health stuff.
Yeah, but still living to be in the 90s on both sides. It's looking pretty good for you.
She was one of those old women that just always sat next to a window with a cat in the room or whatever. And it's just like the window wasn't like out to look at like a field or a city. It was just like a driveway and then the next suburban house and then maybe you could see a little down the road.
Beautiful.
I know. It's just like,
That's what I can't wait for. When I'm
grow
80,
old and-
just look out a window at one of the same cookie cutter houses.
Yep.
You know the exact type of house I'm talking about from like South Carolina neighborhoods. Like also, I mean, it's all over America,
Yeah.
but it's like the
But
gray,
think
beige,
of like Spartanburg, Greenville, suburbia.
yeah.
Like that.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. I'm dreaming of it.
Ooh.
When I shut my eyes at night, I'm dreaming of that Spartanburg suburbia. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
maybe that's a good song name.
Spartanburg suburbia. It's my next musical.
Maybe a band name you and I could start, even though we're not from Spartanburg. Well, you've been
from
to
South
you've
Carolina.
been to Spartanburg before.
Yeah, I've driven through.
You haven't visited Spartanburg. You haven't stopped in Spartanburg.
I guarantee I've stopped at one point.
you know,
with my dad.
Greenville is all so close. Have you also
I've been to
not visited?
Greenville.
Have you been to Greenville? Have you passed through Greenville? Or have you actually
Dude,
visited?
when I was on tour in 2023, we stopped in Greenville and got lunch. And
What'd you have?
Groucho's.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. The old Ryan favorite.
Groucho's is good. STP Dipper without the pickle for me.
There's one in Charleston that is. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and I'm going back soon.
There's only a few of them around. It's it's not like a purebred local in terms of like it's only
They don't use
one,
purebred?
as in it's only in one place. I think
It's expanded.
It's still only in. It might be North Carolina too. I think it's only in South Carolina though.
Yeah, I don't want it
Still.
to be in North Carolina. This is a South Carolina special treasure, and it needs to stay that way.
Yeah, especially after North Carolina's history being on that side of the Mason-Dixon line.
Mm-hmm. So I like they were on the same
Holding
side
a
as
grudge
us.
for the slavery line. Yeah, well, I mean
That was above North Carolina.
The thing. Oh, true.
We were on the same side of the Mason-Dixon line.
True.
We're both. But to us South Carolinians, it's like north, south, Carolina. That's where the line had to be, right?
Yeah.
And if those sea levels keep rising, never mind. I'm really stupid. I was gonna be like, there's gonna be an East Carolina. It's not how that works. In fact, there's gonna be less South Carolina and less North Carolina.
South Carolina could become East Carolina.
They could just shift the borders over.
They could just become one Carolina, but that doesn't have a ring to it. You need the South or North.
Right.
I never thought, like, because we're from there, I always South Carolina is a very special place to me. Like when you sounded like it
South Carolina.
Yeah, but like to most people watching and to most people out there, it is just like a ew.
It's like Iowa or like Ohio
To us, I guess, for reference.
Like it's funny because we always oogle and ogle over South Carolina because we're from there. We have good memories there, family there.
But it's just one of those it's one of those North Dakota, South. Even those have at least Mount Rushmore, North Dakota.
Yeah, but South Carolina does have some pretty good stuff. Charleston, USC, Clemson.
I've imagined tourists just South Carolina's some pretty good stuff, and then a snapshot of a family, and it's Charleston, and it's on King Street during a hot day, and then flash
Horses in the background shitting.
Myrtle Beach, flash to just a dirty fucking gloomy beach with trash and bottles littered everywhere,
With high rises right on the
cigarettes sticking out of the beaches, the sand.
Yeah, it is funny though how much
Riverbank Zoo, all the lazy and although
those monkeys need to put some work in. Okay,
I do think apparently Riverbank Zoo is a good zoo.
It's a great zoo, especially for just being in the middle of South Carolina.
I love it, but I don't think there's a controversy with it in terms of. As much as you can with being a zoo.
Right. It growing up, it was a good zoo, and
it's #1 tourist destination
in the world
in South Carolina, I think. Or maybe just Columbia.
Probably Columbia, because Charleston's #1 tourist destination. Sorry,
maybe.
Not sorry. No, it's true.
I don't know zoo, baby.
Hey, let me tell you something.
More people than you think.
Let me tell you something about Charleston. Charleston was voted. Okay, get this. Ready? I don't remember by who, but most beautiful people in America. Make a lot of sense? Yeah. The pieces just clicked
was
together.
Was it really?
Yeah. It really was.
I want to take a camera down King Street and just get all the locals.
I'm gonna go down to Monk's Corner, Goose Creek, and I know there are 2 people listening that are from Monk's Corner, Goose Creek, going, "Oh, they said it!" Doing the Leo gif. Wait, I need to look up South Carolina most beautiful.
We have the most beautiful blonde, white, blue-eyed women.
The most beautiful Aryan. It does kind of feel like who is judging this and what's the criteria?
I know, because it's there's not much diversity in Charleston. It leans usually. I think there's majority. It's majority white, black, right?
Yeah. It's really just white, black. But wait.
White, black. Yeah. So what's South Carolina? Now we're white, black.
I like this
With a little bit of other in there.
There's a little bit of spice. Charleston Magazine posted an article, 10 of Charleston's most beautiful people. Get to know some admirable neighbors who embody the beauty of the human spirit.
It's going to be something Huckabee, something a bunch of just weird Southern names.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can only think
Richard
of Huckabee.
Habersham.
Okay,
Demet Jenkins. The Honorable Richard Gurgel. But I'm trying to find here we go. America's most attractive people, CNN 2012. You ready for this?
No, it's true.
I just remember seeing this in the local newspaper that we were here it is. Charleston, South Carolina was ranked as the city with the most attractive locals in 2010. This year they ranked #4. But that's 2012. So I don't know what it is.
It's because they lost you. Well, they lost you before
They
that.
lost me in 2015.
Yeah, they lost you a while ago. Yeah, they lost you 2015.
2014.
They lost you.
Well, I went up to college in 2014. Yeah, but I still was.
You were still a South Carolina boy. Still are. Always will be.
You can't take the boy. You could take the boy out of the South, but you can't take the South out of the boy.
You can't take the yeehaw out of the man.
But you You can take both the Southern men out of the podcast so we can go to ads. Yeah. This feels good, dude. It feels free.
I can feel you coming in the what? I can feel it calling in the air tonight. I can feel you coming in the air tonight.
Now I'm second guessing what it is. I can feel it. Is it calling?
Or
is it coming?
I can look it up.
I can hear you coming in the air tonight. It's about a really loud comer. Just,
What's it like? Phil Spencer, what song?
Philip Spencer. I think Philip Richard Spencer. I can hear it coming in the air tonight.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Okay, so it is.
Oh, Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. So long.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he said "Oh Lord" again. That would have been lazy songwriting.
He might say "Oh Lord" again.
No, I think
he does say "Oh Lord." He says "Oh my life, oh Lord." He does say "Oh Lord."
I thought you said "so long."
I know.
What you said sounded correct.
I know, but it's not. It does say "Oh Lord." I went off script. For that part, Mr. Watson.
Well, you just made Phil Collins look like a jackass. I'll tell you that, because this little podcaster from South Carolina just made the great Phil Collins. You exposed him for what he truly is, a fucking hack.
Snake oil salesman.
That's what he is. Phil Collins is a fucking snake oil salesman. Disgusting, dirty person.
The
I hate
snake
him.
oil salesman of vocalists.
It's Michael Bolton.
The Michael Bolton of vocalists.
Michael Bolton is a vocalist.
He was in the Jack
Lonely
Sparrow
Island
theme song.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, that was like the Lonely Island song I never really got into. Was the Jack Sparrow one.
Too cool for Pirates of the Caribbean, were you?
Yeah.
And Michael Bolton.
Yeah. When I see Michael Bolton, I go...
Well, was Akon the I Just Had Sex one?
I just had sex. Dude, when that came out, I was in 9th grade and 8th or 9th grade, and it took over my school. I had this friend that
who had sex.
He did have sex before me. Yes.
Jealous.
I was jealous. Yes. Because he had a girlfriend, I did not.
He could at least let you hit.
He actually dated the girl that was in DTF. Our music video, so Small World, but
there were 2 girls in DTF, 2 women, by the way.
Sorry, 2 women. The one that was not dark hair, the other one, he dated her.
That's not how.
I'm gonna get a text. Why are you talking about my high school dating on your podcast show? What the hell?
Also, that's not how they were credited. The dark-haired one and the light-haired one.
What were they credited?
Imagine I think with their ads. But I just imagine just like the blonde one. It wasn't blonde.
The brown one.
The brown one for brunette hair. The brown.
This is you see the brown girl over there? She was in our music video. But anyway, when that song came out, dude, he played on his phone speaker, and he was like legitimately obsessed with it, and it kind of made me not like it because of how much he would sing it and play it.
I'm going to be honest, I only listened to it a handful of times. I listened to it once, and I remember it was even hard to get me because I was like just not interested in like Jack Sparrow, Michael Bolton. I don't know. It just like it didn't ring true like threw it on the ground,
See, I didn't really listen to that one either.
That's bullshit. That actually is bullshit. Now I'm upset with you. I could have successfully been able to accept an apology for not being into the Jack Sparrow, Michael Bolton Lonely Island song, but I 100% fucking draw the line at threw it on the ground.
Yeah, dude.
I don't need your handouts. I'm an adult. You can't buy me hot dog, man. Fuck you, dude. How do you not respond? How do you not respond spiritually to that song?
I just never really watched it. I don't know if I've even seen it all the way through. I think the thumbnail always kind of turned me off.
Let me guess. Jazz boy fan?
Yeah, it's my favorite Lonely Island song. Sax Man. The Sax Man is great. It's just Jack Black, though. There's no Lonely Island on it at all.
I think that's the funny part.
I think they wrote it, though. It's very funny. It's from their I love their album Incredibad because the whole premise when you listen to the album
that's the E.T. album
yeah,
cover.
it's where they're like teenage boys and they get abducted and then have sex with these aliens and lose their virginity, and then they're talking about how awesome it is. So like when you're listening to it,
unless I didn't watch it, that didn't have a music video. Though.
No. It's just the song that ends the album, if I'm not mistaken. And it's first time I heard it, I was laughing my ass off because it's just super out there.
I think it deserved a music video.
Well, they would have to hire child actors and then portray them having sex with aliens, which I would have, dude.
Or they could do what Saturday Night Live does and just dress up as children would.
True.
Or they could do what George Lopez does, although that would still be
children's bodies.
Yeah,
with adult heads. You know, I would have sex with an alien. All things considered.
All things considered.
Yeah, I would though. If given the opportunity, like if they needed some breeding, not like the type of breeding that.
But
people...
what if it's an alien that they just look like, I don't know, like a dog? They look like dogs. They look like dogs with purple fur.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I guess
we were wondering if we could have sex with you humans to see what breeds we could come up with.
It depends on, I guess, what the pussy's like. You know,
dog pussy.
Is it like dog pussy?
Yeah.
I'd have to think it through.
Which I mean, what's your opinion on dog pussy?
I'll save that one for later.
Oh, for the members only stream.
Members only stream. We're not doing a members only stream.
Members only version of the
Super Mini Show on Patreon.
Yeah, Super Mini Show on Patreon. Jesus. Sorry, that's what I mean. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up the branding a little bit.
Fine, you know what? I'll just say it. Dog pussy, not bad.
Okay.
Gonna have my own little Shane Dawson moment in like 5 years. Like, a comedian on podcast says what? An old clip recently surfaced.
I will say,
me shirtless, like naked, being like, dog pussy, not bad.
With Shane Dawson,
that sounded real.
With what he said, it was just weird.
Yeah,
he was talking about. Not like it would have been different if he was like, yeah, I just take my cat whenever I get home, and sometimes, I just fuck it. Like that's one thing.
It's edgy, it's shocky, but the way Shane Dawson told that story
sometimes
very real.
He's like, sometimes I get a boner, and so I dry hump my cat until I come.
It was very
like
specific.
What? I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? But different strokes for different folks.
That's right. That's the best way to put it. And I don't think the man should have been canceled over that. And I think everyone owes him a big apology.
I don't think he was canceled over that. I think there was a large number of things that came crashing down on that man through the entertainment that he provided a bunch of edgy internet kids in the past.
Hey man, I mean, he even got me to make a response video to him.
I mean, we all watched the content.
Yeah,
he has to take the fall for Shanae. None of us who laughed at it when we were like in elementary, middle school. Well, I guess you could also say y'all are middle schoolers. And
well, also Shane, he's kind of like Jesus in a way because he was canceled, and in being canceled, it was like he's taking on all of the sin of us for laughing at his Shanae.
He did resurrect.
He did
get resurrected.
Mm-hmm. And
so Shane Dawson, in a lot of ways, yeah, it is very similar to Jesus Christ. I did not pick up that connection, but I'm glad you did. You did.
You see that?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And I think people should honestly look more into that whole Shane Dawson Jesus connection. I hope that just the right schizophrenic guy is listening right now. Just
wait a second. You got this, buddy.
Are you okay? Ew, dude.
It's all those bubbles from that monster, the sip of the monster. Remember from in the beginning of the podcast when I took a sip of your monster to energize me?
Flashback? I do remember that.
Yeah, all those bubbles, they just came back up. I held on to it for that long.
Dude, you held on to those bubbles for at least 52 minutes.
Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah, dude. I can't make myself burp like you. Oh, what? You want more? Jesus, dude. What, is it fucking free Monster Day from your friend Matt? You never ask for some of my Monster, and now this is the third time today you're asking?
I don't have any. Well, I don't even know if you can count the first sip as one.
It totally was.
Because I mostly got bubbles again. It was mostly bubbles. not drink.
That's not my fault. You know? If I give you a sip of my drink and you fail to consume the amount of liquid that is deemed passable in your eyes, why is that not considered a sip and on me?
Well, why don't you see how many fucking podcast episodes you can record with you and a pink monster?
Stupid as shit. Like, yeah, just like clicking any of his videos, man. It's just like, look at him. Hey, give it back. I want to watch Professor Simon.
I was watching Professor Simon,
I'm
jackass.
watching him.